right? All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Hey, first and foremost, want to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakodash.
Double honors to the apostles, elders, I great millstone salutations to the Akim that's pushing the work with truth and sincerity. All right, this is Sunday class, and today's topic is pretty much an open forum, and we're going to be addressing, the false prophets, man, and the spirit that they pushing out here, Elder Gabar was going into, we're supposed to be able to discern between the wicked, all right, and the righteous. I mean, those that do good and those that's not serving the Lord, so to speak.
That's right.
Because you got the servants of the Lord who serving the Lord in sincerity and truth.
Yep.
And then you got the false teachers who are leading the rest of Israel astray, man.
You know what? In fact, Salakia, somebody get Malachi, the 3rd chapter. And start with when it speaks about the fear of the Lord. I believe when you fear the name, I think it's like, is it like 3 and 8? Oh, I mean 3 and 18?
Malachi?
Yes. Malachi 3 and 18, around that area. And read on down. 16? Okay.
Malachi chapter 3, verse 16. It says, Then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord and that thought upon his name.
Read it again.
It says, Then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another.
Yeah, so those that fear the Lord, okay? Those that fear the Lord is going to speak on the Lord's name, which his name is Yahweh, and his name is Yahushai, and his son's name is Yahweh. I mean, the father name is Yahweh, and the son name is Yahushai. All right. Now Proverbs, what is that? 60 and 4 says, "What is his name and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell?" So that's a clear indication on who's the righteous or not, because they're pushing out that name. You have a lot of camps out here who doesn't push out the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay? Go ahead.
It says,
IUIC. All right? ISUPK. Sakari. All right? You got all these other big camps that have a lot of followings, and they say, "In Christ bless." Double-minded. Sometimes they'll say Yahushai, then the next time they'll say Christ, which is nothing but confusion.
Hey, well, the Lord said, make no mention of other gods.
He's right.
And the Lord said he's a jealous power.
Huh.
So the Lord don't play that, man. Just
Yep.
like we don't. Like we wouldn't allow our sons or our daughters to disrespect us and call us by another name.
Con.
It's the same principle.
It says, And a fear, it says, And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord and that thought upon his name.
See, those that is thinking upon the Lord's name. Okay, and that's the spirit, how it just jumped into the name first. Because this is what,
That's the main offense.
that's the main, and this is what's going to get us delivered, man. So if you out here calling yourself a prophet or a man of the Lord, you're supposed to be telling your congregation and that flock what's the name of the Lord. Somebody get Acts real quick when it says no other name where you might be saved.
Finish this up real quick.
Yep, go ahead, you got it.
It says, And they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them.
He said, so they shall be mine, those that fear the name of the Lord. Remember 2nd Ezra, and what is the 2nd chapter? At the end of the last 3 to 4 verses, it said those that stood so stiffly, for the name. Okay? Go ahead, Al, you got it.
It says, And I will spare them,
Uh-huh.
as a man spareth his own son that serveth him.
Right?
It says, Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked.
See? Then shall ye discern, okay, between the righteous and the wicked. You're going to be able to, now remember we just did a lesson on 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter. 1 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter. And it speaks about on how those are, when you judge things spiritual, and then at the end of it said that that they are spiritually discerned.
Yeah.
You see, you got guys that spiritually discern, they don't really understand. you know. Or you got those sellouts who got paid off, who's not pushing that name.
Natural man.
Yeah, the natural man, the water. That natural man. The natural man is going to call on Christ. The natural man is going to call on Jesus. Okay? But the spiritual man, or that righteous, now we're discerning between who's the man of the Lord and who's the man of the Lord not. It's for one indication is off of the name. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, between him that serveth the Most High,
Right?
and him that serveth him not.
See, this is where we're at right now in time. We're at who is serving the Lord and who's serving him not. Now we got a lot of jakes out here who claim that they're Israelites and they got these platforms and they're speaking about nonsense. You got guys that's calling on Christ, you know. You got guys that's calling on Jesus, but they're saying they're Israelites. You got guys that's telling people to go get Paul pierced.
Yeah, the zombie.
The zombie juice. ISUPK, General Yohana, Captain Tazariak, Captain Crunch. Okay, so it's a clear indication. Nate, remember a couple of years ago, what Nate say? Nate said, "I cringe when they say Yahweh, Yahweh Shai." So we know by default who is really serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and that's Great Millstone, beginning with our apostles.
Hey, I got a precept for you.
Go ahead.
This is Sirach 17. All right, and Salaki 9. It says, "He gave them to glory in his marvelous works. His marvelous acts forever, that they might declare his works with understanding. And the elect shall praise his holy name."
Woo! See, the elect. So, hey, I'm gonna be 100% honest.
Yeah.
We have, through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and we say it amongst each other. Hey, man, we gotta be those men because we feel the name and we push that name to the umpteenth power. Because it is very important. We push that name, and everybody know in Great Millstone, and even these other camps know that Great Millstone is the one who always preaching and speaking about that name of the Lord, man.
Hey, when we say Yahweh Shai, man, we're invoking salvation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just the name per se, but when we say the name, we're saying, we're saying salvation. Yahweh Shai, he delivered. You saying Christ, that you ain't saying shit. You ain't saying nothing.
Yep. Speak up.
Proverbs 18:10, it says, "The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe."
So that name is a safe haven. That name is like, like when a tornado come and you got to run for cover. That name is that cover.
Yeah, the tornado is going to be the hour of temptation.
Right. Yeah. No, you got it.
No, the tornado, like the brother's saying, it's going to be the hour of temptation, man. The scripture says, so if I can get it, the scripture says to keep, somebody can grab it for me.
That's Revelations 3:10.
Because the scripture says, if we keep the Lord's commandments, then he shall keep us from the hour of temptation. What's the first commandment? Okay, come on.
This is Revelation 3:10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation."
So we keep.
Salaki, I'm gonna cut you off, but yeah, but we keeping the patience for the Lord's name. All right, because the more we say the Lord's name, the more salvation is gonna approach to the elect. And hopefully, out of those men.
And you know what? We are the only camp in the group that speaks about being a part of the hopeful elect. Nobody speaks about being a part of the hopeful elect. Jake talk about waking up black people. Who the fuck is black people? Jake only talk about waking up black people. They don't say nothing else but we're going to wake up the nation of Israel. The Lord don't give a fuck about the nation of Israel. He cares for his elect, those that serve him and those that serve him not.
Because he said all of Israel is not Israel.
Exactly.
So that goes exactly to what you said.
Exactly.
Because fuck most of you niggas, man. 2/3.
Jeremiah said, cry not for these people. Look what's going over there in Haiti. We supposed to cry for them niggas?
Nope.
They in all type of witchcraft and voodoo. It's good for them, whether it was man-made or whether it was the Most High. Either way, it's the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
And they in heaven now, so guess what?
Right, and now you're good.
Hey, well, these other camps, they all about quality, quantity over quality. You know, what's quality goes into, the elect. All right, they just want to have, a large following just so they can, either get money or just fame.
Let you know what they're in this truth for.
Mm-hmm.
Do you say they're in the truth?
Nope.
No.
They don't believe in the name. They ain't in the truth. They don't have a light. These niggas still walking on in darkness, man, like the rest of the world. They just Americanized Israelites
That's it.
and Baptist Israelites, man.
It says, upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
See, it comes upon the whole world to try them to dwell upon the earth. And what's in that hour? You have all manner of chaos popping off. In the middle of that chaos, you have what? The microchip, the RFID frequency microchip, man, which is the mark of the beast. And that's going to come upon the whole world. That's something that's going to envelop everyone. You know, there's no way you can get around it.
Besides saying the name and being delivered.
Yeah. Con, that's the point. Besides saying the name, man. Who's going to save you from that day? You know, if somebody had the Acts 4.
Yeah, somebody read that. Go ahead. Doc.
This is Acts, you know that?
Yep.
This is Acts 4:12. It say, neither is there salvation in any other, but there is none other name under heaven given among men.
Right, and the Lord ain't gonna hear you niggas, y'all talking about Christ this, Christ that. They know who you talking about when you say Yahweh Shai. The name alone, you ain't even gotta say Jesus. They just know you talking about the Lord when you say Yahweh Shai. You know?
Whereby we must be saved.
Right, so you ain't gonna find no other name. Ain't no other way, man. Yahweh Shai has always been the way. And the point I really wanted to make is, Jake, what do you think? The Lord is gonna come down? This whole time you've been saying Christ, Christ, this, that, and the third. The Lord ain't gonna acknowledge that, man. So when it does come down to the nitty gritty, the whole time you should have been calling on His name and building that rapport. You pretty much scoundreled it because you thought Christ was the way to go. You thought you could keep saying that shit and get away with it, and then eventually, He gonna save me because I know His name. Oh man, you ain't put no respect on that. You ain't respected, and then you ain't had no fear, and you didn't put fear, instill fear and reverence in everybody else. So most of you niggas are through.
I got a precept for the name. This is Philippians chapter 2 and 9. It says, Wherefore the Most High have highly exalted him, speaking about Yahweh Shai. It says, and given him a name which is above every name.
Woo!
Highly exalted him, and it goes into the authority that Yahweh Shai has.
That's bad.
And the scriptures talk about a new name,
That's
right?
bad.
And they break that down totally wrong. The Greek is kainos,
Which means
And
we're
it's-
refreshed.
right? And it's speaking on His authority that the Lord has given him. You know? Hey, so
And the Lord's reputation.
Yeah, that's what it means.
Yeah.
His reputation. Because guess what? Hey, the Lord got a rep. Why do you think when you go back when we left out of Egypt,
Yep.
they was in fear? So that name is finna get rain in the earth again. That reputation that the Lord had, hey, the world is finna acknowledge that. They're about to see what Alashati is about once again. See, they tried to cover it up with the name Jesus and Christ and all this other bullshit. But that name is about to reign all over again. All right, we're holding the reputation of the Lord. The Lord is Almighty. So we're holding that up. We're holding up that reputation of Him. Okay, and once back in the ancient world, that name was feared. So we're pushing that name because they're about to fear that name all over again.
Well, it's more to that. Goes into that.
Go ahead. You got it.
Again, it's Philippians 2 and 9. It says, Wherefore the Most High hath exalted him, and given him a name which is above every name, that at the name of Yahweh Shai every knee shall bow, of things in heaven and things on earth and things under earth.
Yep.
And that every tongue should confess that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is Lord, to the glory of the Most High, the Father.
That's right.
Every tongue shall confess. Scripture says every tongue shall confess, man. So guess what? That means that we have to know the name. The name had to have been passed down, man. If you have a legacy. The father has a legacy, right? Let's say he built a Fortune 500 company, and he dies, and he wants his son to, step up and lead the company, and it's been 100 years now. You think the employees of that company don't have this man up on the wall in the lobby saying this is the founder of the company? You know, that's exactly what this is like, man. You don't think Yahweh and Yahweh Shai don't have their names being preserved throughout the generations so we can know who they are? That doesn't make any sense. This is Baruch chapter 2, verse 32. It says, "And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name."
This is the land of our captivity. And you see these other guys, they don't understand that we're in captivity. You got Sakari. Look, hey, we calling all of you niggas out. Fuck y'all. Alright? You got this nigga Sakari trying to be making what that nigga trying to do? An album and then
Series, like
a fucking series, man. A TV show or what? A reality show.
Yeah, reality show. Yeah.
Read that again.
It says Baruch 2 and 32. It says, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity.
See, you got these guys that don't understand that they're in captivity. So that's why they're trying to build up communities and buildings and goddamn buy land and what's that guy name? God damn, what's his name? Zabak. Zabak talking about we got this land here, we got this land there, and Nazareth and all this, that, and the third, man. These guys don't understand that we're in captivity, man. We got to pray to the name of Yahweh Shem El Shah so we can be delivered before the destruction comes, man. And Jake want to stay here.
Exactly what it is.
You know?
It says, "And think upon my name."
Yeah, and Most High Christ bless. What kind of weak ass shit is that? That's weak as hell, man. But you got a Hebrew name, though.
Right.
I bet you somebody disrespect them and call them out there another name, they be tripping.
Right. You see how quick? Hey, remember a couple of years ago when what's that dude name? Like I said, it's about a couple of years ago, maybe like 3 years ago. They were saluting out to all their so-called elders or whatever it is, and then one of his guys was like, "Yeah, double honors to the elder Tahar and the other." And he tried to hurt. He tried to, he told him the name that he was supposed to be saying or whatever it was. But you see how he tried to give that guy so much respect. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember what I'm talking about when he was like, yeah, shalom to the elders and Elder Tahar, and then Zabak was like, no, Elder such and such. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Salakia, yeah, Elder whatever the name was. Yeah. So they give respect to all these other dudes, but they ain't gonna give respect to the name of Yahweh Shem El Shai. Jake ass, man.
It says, "In return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds."
That's why the Lord says, are not your ways unfair? And he was talking to Israel. That's in Ezekiel.
Mm-hmm.
That just shows you the hypocrisy. Jake ain't fair whatsoever.
It says, "In return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord."
Yep. Was that Acts read?
The Act 4?
No name under heaven?
Yeah.
Okay. You got something?
Yeah, going back to Brother brought up, Proverbs 18 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run in and safe. When you go into the Hebrew word, 14:31, it says,
What word?
tower.
Tower. Okay,
The
con.
word tower. It says, advance. No, it says, in a sense, as in the body, in a state or honor, also in pride, to advance, to boast, to bring up. Excellent, to do, to give, to make wax.
So the name of the Lord is a strong tower. Excellent.
To increase, to lift up, to magnify.
To magnify.
It says by nurse to pass to promote proudly.
Promote. Proud.
Damn. To promote.
And we're promoting the name of the Lord.
Yep. Yep. Somebody got something else? Go ahead, Op.
This is
And then somebody hold on deck, Ezekiel the 13th chapter.
This is Exodus 34 and 14. It says, "For thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous power."
Yep. That's it.
I got a precept on that one, right back in there.
Go ahead, Op.
This is John 14, verse 6. Yahweh Shai said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
See? No man comes to the Father but by the Lord, man. But by Yahweh Shai. So we can't get to Yahweh by not acknowledging those names, man.
And I'm just saying, like the Lord is, on the right hand of the Father. You think you don't take that as disrespectful? Again, I said a million times. You think he don't take it as disrespect? And then you telling people get the zombie juice. Clearly against what the Lord is already telling you to do, because the scriptures in Isaiah 10 and 20, the prophecy says that a remnant shall return. They shall not lean upon their oppressors again. And when you go into the word lean, it says trust. But they shall lean upon the Heavenly Father in truth. So again, what is these niggas saying, man?
Yep, you got to acknowledge both. You got to acknowledge Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. It's Exodus 23 and 21. Beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him.
Right. So
See?
When you say Yahweh Shai, you automatically saying Yahweh.
You giving reverence to him too. So you gotta speak on that name. But you got guys that saying the name don't matter. Don't forget, man. We don't forget years ago. You said you could call his name Yopeg Yogurt. We ain't forget that shit, man.
Nate spelled the name backwards on that song.
He spelled it backwards in that little documentary they did on purpose. Y'all niggas look, man. Judgment gonna come to y'all.
Yeah. Lord ain't gonna forget about you.
You spelled the name backwards, man, on purpose and scoffed. And then he said, so does that mean we gotta join the Bummerlight camp? Well, you know what's funny? That same guy that was in that video left you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That same Issacharite left IUIC, man. And whether he's teaching or not, hey, keep teaching the right way. Oh, don't forget about what Shaka said about 5 years ago. How they said they sat down and had a council on not to speak on her name. Alright? So you niggas got a lot of judgment coming to y'all by not pushing the name of Yahweh Shem El Shai. You guys are false prophets, man.
And on top of that, they don't fear Yahweh Shai. They don't fear the Lord. Y'all speaking about Jesus Christ and all this shit, but y'all don't have the fear of the Most High, man. Y'all don't have wisdom or knowledge. I got Psalms 110 and 111 and 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endure forever.
Okay.
Alright, so y'all ain't praising Yahweh Shema Shai, man, because Yahweh Shema Shai, the name is endure forever, man.
Right, it's 441 too.
Yep. Got precept real quick.
Yep.
This is Isaiah 55, and this just is touching on how the Most High thinks. All right, Isaiah 55 and 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, said the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So if the Lord is, if his thoughts are all right, but of course he has mercy, but still the Lord thinks of a higher. That's just something to think on,
This is 1 John chapter 3 verse 23. It says, and this is his commandment, that we should believe on the name of his son Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
Commandment. That what you false ass prophets ain't following, man. It's commandment. You gotta believe on that name.
The main ones that speak about keep the law, keep the law. You gotta keep the law. It's a commandment.
It says, and love one another as he gave us commandments. This is Titus chapter 1, verse 10. It says, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers.
Ruly, vain talkers, man. All right, a vain talker's empty. What you saying ain't holding no type of weight. I can't remember where the scripture is at, but it says on how, what does it say? Clouds without water or something like that. Jude, that's in Jude, right? You know, yeah, grab that. But finish that. But somebody, you grab that in Jude.
It says, for there are many unruly and vain talkers. So
Right.
Going to the word unruly, that word unruly means hard to control, man. You know, willful.
Right.
It says, and vain talkers and deceivers,
Yep.
especially they of the circumcision.
Black devils.
Yep.
All right, you got Esau, Edom is a devil, which is a deceiver, and then we got you other Jakes, you dark skinned devils.
It says, whose mouths must be stopped.
Yeah, and it's gonna be stopped soon. All right, y'all mouths is gonna be stopped, man.
It says, who subvert whole houses,
Mm-hmm.
teaching things which they ought not.
Right, man.
For
So
filthy
y'all,
lucre's
right, exactly. For filthy lucre's sake. Y'all teaching everything out of your own heart. You guys got the 501c3 charter. You guys got these other different platforms, and y'all not speaking the whole 100% truth. Y'all speaking what the hell y'all want to speak. Y'all doing what the hell y'all want to do. You gotta understand, man. When you come into this ministry, you can't do what the fuck you want to do, man. We're under bonds. Paul always spoke about the bonds, man. We're under bonds under Yahushua, man. You know?
It's his way or the highway.
Yeah, is Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai way or the highway? And you guys is trying to come in and make this thing of your own. That's why you got Sakari. This nigga's supposed to be the chief priest of Israel. But he talking about an album. The nigga talking about a reality show. You got Captain Crunch talking about how he got the Paul Pierce. And then I just uploaded a video on my channel. Johanna, that was 7 months ago. All right, that was 7 months ago. Speaking about how how everybody should go get the Paul Pierce so they can have fucking fun.
Yep.
So he can go to the
So you can go to the fucking beach, man. Y'all niggas ain't right. Y'all not the men of the Lord, man. Y'all are not the men of the Lord, man.
It's beautiful because it goes back to the scripture you brought out earlier. Those that's discerning who's serving the Lord and who's not.
Exactly.
And it's clear y'all ain't serving
Yeah,
the Lord.
Apostle El Gabar lesson this morning
Yeah.
was the true worshipers, man. It's true worshipers out here, and then there's false worshipers. Go ahead, you're right. You got a precept?
So the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18. Yeah, chapter 18, and I'll start at verse 18. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and I will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. But the prophet which shall presume to speak in the word, it's like speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded. It's like which I have not commanded him to speak, or that he shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die.
Hey, Christ is another God. That goes back to, see, that title Christ goes back to Serapis Christus. Okay? Serapis Christus goes back to Ptolemy the First. Ptolemy Soter, which is Ptolemy's savior. When you do the history, it goes back to a man. Okay? It goes back to Esau. So that whole image of Christ, that goes back to a goddamn devil. All right, and you guys is worshiping goddamn, but really you worshiping Ptolemy.
Apis the bull.
Apis the bull. That's another god that goes back to Egypt.
Canaanite god, yep.
That's a Hamite god. So y'all actually worshiping idols, man, demons. When you really break it down, when you really go into it. So y'all niggas ain't right. And all the information is out. It ain't like niggas don't know. You know? It's all out. The information is out. It's just either you niggas is ignorant or you was some paid off mother effers, man.
At this point, they just don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck.
It's too much information.
Hirelings.
It's too much. It's too much.
Hirelings.
Well, they want to secure their seats in this world. That's what it is.
Well, that's what they did in the Roman Empire.
Con.
That's what the Pharisees and the scribes and the high priest did in the Roman Empire. He shall take us. He does much miracles. They said
Can't leave this man alone.
can't leave. Yeah,
If we let him alone, they'll take away both our place in
place in nation. Yeah.
Con.
So you guys have a seat. You guys have a seat, and everybody, you know, all eyes is on you niggas, man. But
Yep.
all that's finna fail.
Because they ain't worthy of those seats. You know, when they're showing themselves unworthy, they're gonna have a mountain of judgment that comes behind that.
Yep.
They're leading our people astray. When you read Ezekiel,
Well, they're leading the 2/3 astray.
Con.
Like when you really think about it, it's really that they're leading the 2/3, the blind, like you just said, the blind shall lead the blind, and the both shall fall into a ditch.
But they got to add, they got blood on their hands.
Exactly. They have blood on their hands.
So you're still gonna be held accountable.
Yep.
Ezekiel says, "See thou not what the princes of Judah and the princes of Israel do behind the walls?" And when the Lord was taking Ezekiel, you know, into these places behind these doors, they're worshiping idols, man.
Yep. He was seeing what they was worshiping.
He was seeing through the
Urim and the Thummim.
Yep.
I think it was a hole in the wall or something.
I'm gonna grab it. You still want that Judah?
Yeah, you can get that Jew.
Sorry, verse 10.
Yeah, you get that Jew, and then you get what you talking about the. Yep.
I got it. Okay, verse 10.
Go ahead. Whoever got it, go ahead.
This is Jude 1 and 12. 10. It said, but these speak evil of those things which they know not, but what they know naturally a brute beast. That's brute beast. And those things they corrupt themselves.
Yeah, because that ain't spiritual. Jesus Christus, that ain't spiritual. That's what you know is natural men, is brute beasts. You know?
Woe to them, for they have gone in the way of Cain.
Yep.
Because you're murdering your brother. How you murder your brother? By not giving him the truth.
By not giving them the truth, that's the way to murder.
Blind leading the blind, they both fall into a ditch. We ain't telling them, you know, hey, to avoid falling into that ditch. Lead them down that path.
And that's what we were set up to do, to go out and warn the people. You know, warn the people of the Lord.
And ran greedily after the error of Balaam. For reward and perish in the gainsaying of Korah.
Hey, Bun, you got a charger?
So it said they'll go after the gainsaying of Korah. What was Korah's offense?
Right.
Rebelling against Moses.
Rebelling,
man.
yep.
And that's witchcraft.
And now the thing is, it's not so rebelling against Moses, but it was rebelling against Yahweh Shemel Shai because he was set up by the Lord.
Yep.
So they rebelled against him. So ultimately they was rebelling against Yahweh Shemel Shai. That's why Yahweh Shai told the disciples, he said, damn, what did he say? He said, they don't hate you, they hate me. Because we speak the words of him. So they really hating the Lord. You know? If they hated you, that's it.
Just know that they hated me before they hated you.
Yep.
Right, exactly.
Yep, exactly.
You said he was set up, like Korah was set up by the Most High to do what he did.
Huh?
No.
Ultimately, but
No.
Moses was set up. Korah rebelled against Moses.
Yeah, Korah rebelled against Moses, so ultimately he was rebelling against the Most High. Just like they rebelling against us. We only set up by Yahweh Shemel Shai to do this work. So you ain't, you talking shit to us, but overall, you talking shit to Yahweh Shemel Shai, because we're just speaking what he told us to speak.
What did the Lord say? He said, I come not to do my own will, but the will of him.
Woo! You know about my father's business, right?
Right. Hey, the scripture just said, for they have gone in the way of Cain.
That's
You know?
it.
And also, we was reading about Cain, pretty much talking slick to the Lord.
Yeah. Yep. They going in the way of Cain, man.
So when they talk slick to us, they really talk slick to
They
the
talking
Lord.
slick to the Lord.
Brothers keep it.
God.
What do you mean? Yes, you are.
Yep.
You are. Verse 12. It says, these are spots of your feast.
See, you got a spot in your feast. Now, when you go into about a feast, this is what we're feasting on Yahushua. You got to remember, what was Yahushua born in?
A manger.
And what is a manger?
Feeding trough.
A feeding trough. So they got spots in their feast. So when they're feasting or they're eating, they got holes in their doctrines. They're not getting all the essence of what they're supposed to be eating on.
All that food.
John the 6th chapter tell you, Yahushua said, eat of my flesh and drink of my blood. And what? John 6:66 says that many of the disciples fell away. So it's the guys that came and they was walking with the Lord for a certain period of time, and then they want to do their own fucking thing.
I got a precept real quick.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 66:2. It says, for all those things hath mine hand made. 66:1. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye build unto me? And where is the place of my rest? For all those things hath mine hand made, and all those things have been, said the Lord Yahweh. But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit, and trembleth at my word. He that killeth an ox as if he slew a man, he that sacrificeth a lamb as if he cut off a dog's neck, he that offereth an oblation as if he offered swine's blood, he that burneth incense as if he blessed an idol. Yea, they have chosen their own ways, and their soul delighted in their abominations. I also will choose their delusions, and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil before mine eyes, and chose that which I delighted not.
They deserve it. They deserve it. Every delusion, everything that they're into, everything that they're not doing for the Lord, they deserve this. So the judgment that's coming, they deserve it, man.
It says, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, ye
go to my
that
chapter.
tremble at his word. Again, it says, ye that tremble at his word. All right? Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let the Lord be glorified, but he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed. You know? So he's going to appear to the elect's shame. I mean, to the elect's joy, excuse me. Okay? It says, yeah, that's it. I just wanted that last part.
Back in June 2012, say these are the spots of your feast of charity. When they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear.
And that's what they're doing. They're going through this word. They're trying to break down his word and reading his word, but they're doing it without fear.
Yeah.
Calling on other names or other gods, you know?
Clouds they are without water.
Worthless. A cloud without water is worthless, because the water precipitation was creates a cloud. Humidity precipitation was creates a cloud, and a cloud's meant for what? Covering from the sun. You can't even cover Israel from the Lord's judgment, man, because you're not teaching them anything.
The hedge.
Kind. You're worthless.
The hedge.
And too, a water without clouds, like this used to, like the water from the clouds is supposed to precipitate and feed the earth, like so things is part of and grow. Not cause people to grow.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, remember what Paul said? He said what Paul said? Paul said he said I planted and Paul said water, but Yahweh shall give the increase. So you're not giving the y'all not basically the scriptures is Yahweh said if you drink of this water you should not thirst again. So when we plant these seeds, what they're planting false, broken down, they're not planting the right way.
Well, the scriptures where it talks about the seeds dropping in certain areas, right?
Oh, you talking about the parable of the sower?
Yeah, kind of. And the seeds went on the concrete or went in
stony ground and among thorns and thistles, I believe.
It said clouds.
But see, y'all knowledge. Finish that up. Go ahead, Slacky.
Yeah, back in Jude 1 and 12. Let me start at 12 again. It say, these are spots in your feast.
Yep.
Of charity. When they feast with you.
Which a spot represents a blemish. You see? A spot represents a blemish. Now, when we sacrifice upon the altar a goat, a lamb, or whatever it may be for a sin offering or whatever it may be to Yahweh Shem Shai, it's supposed to be pure. They got spots, so they have blemishes in their offerings, meaning false doctrine. You know, you can get Jake like GOCC, right? Just the other day, what's the dude name? Rakah, Elder Rakah from the GOCC. He going in on the mark of the beast, but he still got spots in his feast because he's speaking about mermaids, the book of Yasher. Edomites can be saved. So he still that camp got spots in their feast. IUIC, they say they're Israelites, okay, but the mark of the beast isn't the Arphidiksha. They don't call on the name of Yahweh B'Shem El Shai. They scoffed at it. They mocked at it. They mocked and scoffed about how we was speaking about faith. Remember, years ago they were calling us faith-based Israelites. So they got spots in their feast. You know?
I'll say something real quick. You said spots in your feast, right? When you look at an animal that you slaughter, like a rabbit or a deer, even with fish, you have to when you dissect them, you have to take out the liver first. Because if you don't, all that bile is gonna spill. But one way you can tell if the animal's diseased is if there are spots.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't eat it.
It's not acceptable.
Yeah. So if they got spots in their feast, the knowledge that they're trying to feed to us is disease, man. They're feeding us diseased food to corrupt our mind.
They're feeding them disease food.
Kind. It's like
shit. We under the apostles of Great Millstone. Right. I'm just saying.
They're feeding their congregation diseased food, man. Which is destroying their spiritual health.
Yep.
You know.
Facts.
It's back in Jude 1 and 12. Say these are spots in your feast of charity. When they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear.
See, they don't even care about what they're speaking about, man. They don't care about what they're pushing. How do you know? Because they're doing everything outside of what we're commanded to do in the scriptures. They don't go out on the wintertime. They don't push the name. You know, a lot of these guys still think that Cornelius was an Edomite. All right, they got all these weird ass doctrines. They don't speak on judgments. They don't speak on Yahweh Shai's return. They don't prophesy about what's happening. They ain't talking about Jacob's trouble. They not preparing you. Baba Gosha, somebody get Ezekiel 13.
I got it right. It's Ezekiel chapter 13.
Start from verse 1.
Verse 1, right? Ezekiel 13 and 1, it says, And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel that prophesy, and say thou unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts.
See, so we got prophets that prophesy against other prophets. You got a false prophet. This is a dynamic, man. You see? Yeah. Look, this is balance. You got false prophets. You got righteous prophets. The righteous prophets got to prophesy against the false prophets, because the false prophets is going out here wild. Hey, the Lord didn't tell you that. The Lord didn't tell you that shit. Right. Lord didn't tell you to tell the congregation to get no fucking max. You going off, nigga. The Lord didn't tell you to tell the world to go get vaccinated, man.
That's against the law.
We're prophesying against the false prophets. That's against Deuteronomy 14 and 1. It says the children of Israel don't cut themselves, man. When you go into cut themselves, the Hebrew word is gadad, and it means to penetrate, to pierce, to cut into. But you guys is the number one people speaking about the law. Go get the vax, man.
He said, the man said that let the Lord reveal if this devil is doing so. Take it and let the Lord reveal it. You dummy. That's why the scriptures say you should Ephesians.
This
5:15.
man's a dummy. This man's a dummy.
It's gonna be more revealing in them adverse side effects.
You can't even.
It's already been revealed. It's just that Great Millstone says, and then niggas don't want to go with it.
God,
Yeah,
you
you
can't
gotta
even call
be-
that lack of discernment. That's
Yeah,
just,
no.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going. You know,
They under that
because
501c3 charter.
you supposed
We know
to-
what it is, man.
uh,
Y'all under the 501c3 charter.
yeah, that's-
Y'all can't speak certain things according pertaining to the
Daddy's
scriptures,
will.
man. Again, he is your daddy, right? What he say? What he say? He is your daddy, right? He is your daddy, ain't he?
Your father the devil.
Hey, the false prophets versus the true prophets. Hananiah versus Jeremiah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I was speaking about, things getting better and,
No. Hananiah was speaking about that the Lord was going to use him to destroy Babylon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't going to captivity.
We're not going into captivity. No, the Lord ordained y'all to go into captivity through Nebuchadnezzar.
70 years.
That's why the Lord took Hananiah out.
That's what that Jeremiah 28:8 was really about.
Yeah.
Because he was boasting
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Hananiah was boasting before the prophets was prophesying against many countries, kingdoms, nations, and tongues, things like that. But for that particular time, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. If you go into that chapter, it wasn't about that right there. We use it for now, yes, the prophets did do that. But when Hananiah was speaking about it, no, the Lord had set he set that empire up.
He anointed Nebuchadnezzar.
He set him up.
Yeah, Hananiah was trying to use that as a backdrop for the.
And what happened? His ass got destroyed.
Yep, that
the
same
next
year.
chapter.
That same year.
That same year.
He shall die. The
You
same
see?
Year.
But he said the prophesied peace, when it come to pass, then we shall know that prophet. That was a prophet.
Yep.
That he was a prophet. But there wasn't no peace at that time.
It says, "And say thou unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts, hear ye the word of the Lord." Thus
Y'all gotta
saith-
get into them. Y'all gotta get to them books, man. All right. Slacky, go ahead.
It says, "Thus saith the Lord power, woe unto the foolish prophets
Yep.
that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing."
See, y'all follow your own spirit and have seen nothing. Y'all go what the hell y'all want to go with. Y'all ain't going with the spirit of Yahweh Shem El Shai. All right. The Lord didn't tell us to build them no damn temples, man. We are the temple. The Lord didn't tell us to go make no fucking rap video, no goddamn albums, man. This is the song. We already got a song.
That's right.
The hell are you? You really can't get mad. You get mad because you passionate, but then again, you can't get mad because that's their lot, man. That's more chances of us making it. That's how I think of it. I ain't mad. I just, we get passionate, but it's more of a chance that we're gonna make it through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because we can see clearly that y'all is clearly going the fuck off.
Somebody gotta play that role.
Somebody got to play that role, man.
Yeah. It says, it's like,
Somebody got to be the bad guy, man. Somebody got to be Nino Brown. And then somebody got to be Ice-T, man. You know?
"O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert.
Yep.
Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel."
See, you have not gone up into the gaps, which is the highways, man. The prophesying, giving a true word. You have not gone into the gaps. Go ahead.
It says, "To stand in the battle."
Read it again.
Stop, count. It says, "Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel."
See, and neither made up the hedge. Somebody please look up hedge.
Because you're supposed to, yeah.
You have to cover Israel, man. Our job is to put Israel in that the hopeful elect. We supposed to have them through the word covered by understanding wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. So we gotta put the hedge around Jake. That's our job.
Yeah, because it's open. Our people are open. They're,
Well, we sheep.
yeah, sheep.
A sheep is willful. A sheep is sinful. All right, so we gotta hit their ass up over the head with the staff.
You gotta protect them.
A sheep is stubborn. When you gotta hit a sheep. If the sheep is going left and we supposed to be going straight, you gotta go over there. A sheep herder, man. A sheep herder job ain't fucking easy. Yeah, a sheep herding job isn't that easy, man. Cause your sheep is simple. Your sheep is gonna go left, right. They gonna turn around. You gotta grab their ass back, hit them, turn around, get them back on track.
Maintain a boundary for them.
Right, the water. You gotta maintain a boundary. That's the name. That's the doctrine. And what they're not doing, they're not putting that hedge. The hedge is that name for one. The hedge is the understanding of what's to come, which they're teaching about prosperity. Indirectly, you're teaching about fucking prosperity, man. If you talk about a reality TV show, you're talking about getting money. You talk about an album, nigga, you're talking about getting money. Fame in this world. Go ahead,
I got the definition of hedge.
Con.
It says fence or wall. And when you think of when you think of a fence or a wall, what does it do? It keeps things in and it keeps things out.
That's right.
Like you said, it sets a boundary.
Yep.
You know?
That's it.
Jake doing what they doing because they feel like the Lord wants them to have a certain status. Hey, I know it's a joke, but y'all remember that. What was it, Mike Evans? He said the Lord want me to have this. Why the pastor got a bin? Why the pastor got a nice house? Because the Lord want me to have a nice house. That's how you niggas is, man. You know, that's why you're doing what you're doing, Sakari. You know, making albums. Because the Lord want me to make an album. Nigga, ain't nobody put the spirit. That's your spirit.
He didn't tell you that.
He finna work with DJ Drama tomorrow.
DJ Clue.
Pastor Lamar said that. He said, look, the Lord wanted rappers, he would have got the best. He would have got somebody that's already in the industry, you know, they got a big influence. You know, if he wanted to wake up a bunch of people, he'd use that platform. Right. But he didn't choose that route. Look for entertainers.
That's sanctuary, man.
That ain't me. That's Clyde.
My bad. It's like,
Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, and I'm going to start at verse 12, and it reads, "The words of a wise man's mouth are gracious, but the lips of a fool will swallow up himself."
And that's what they're doing. They swallow themselves up, man, because ain't nothing pertaining to the Lord. You know, you talking basically, in the nigga rapping half gang shit, man. You know, it's the appearance of evil, man. Right, y'all carrying guns to your camp. You know what I'm saying? So what makes you different from these 2/3 niggas? You don't look different. Y'all actually look. You can put them in the same
Scary
category.
ass niggas.
They just got Samajas and you know what I'm saying? And Bible.
You a nigga with a fringe on.
Niggas with fringes.
Niggas with Bibles.
yeah.
You ain't no better than a Baptist goddamn Pentecostal. Go ahead,
Just a little bit more.
With an attitude.
There's some more in there?
Just a little bit more. Verse 13, "The beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness, and the end of his talk is mischievous madness."
Woo! Like, well, General Yohana, all right? Now, he didn't went into that video. I had posted the video. I had screen recorded this video of him. Mischievous. He said, well, I know why black people don't want to take the vaccine because of the this and that and the skeegee. But go ahead and take that vaccine, man. Like, Jake ass is an idiot.
Trying to be on the beat.
Jake is an idiot, man.
What's that guy's
Like, that's some real demonic, mischievous stuff to say. Like, how you gonna say, well, I know why Jake don't want to take it because of this and that and the third. But go ahead and take that, man. We trying to get on the beach, dog.
It's contradictory.
Hypocrite.
Hypocrite. You know,
A devil. That's a devil.
What's that guy's
A black, fat devil.
the guy to be wearing black glove hat from Sakari? The guy with the beard that be wearing black gloves.
Deacon Akkad.
Yeah, Khan. You remember when he had said inside his sit down not that long ago?
The word of the Lord is not in the Bible. No,
Oh, yeah.
The Bible is not the word of the Lord, but the word of the Lord is in the Bible.
This man's a dummy. That's mischievous. That's some witchcraft talk. That's a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. All right? That's evil, man.